Scotland's coastlines are turning into silent graveyards for dolphins and whales, and the body count is rising faster than ever. That blunt truth, backed by 3 decades of data, is sending shockwaves through marine science circles and sparking fierce debate about who or what is to blame. But here's where it gets controversial. Some experts argue that the very conservation successes we celebrate, like the rebound of once decimated baleen whale populations, may be creating new, deadlier conflicts with humans. Could saving whales actually be pushing them into harm's way? Let's unpack the numbers. A sweeping University of Glasgow study crunched every single stranding record collected by the Scottish Marine Animal Stranding Scheme from 1992 to 2022. The final tally: 5,147 cetaceans, dolphins, whales, and porpoises washed up on Scottish shores. That's not just a statistic. It's a 30-year diary of escalating ocean distress. Harbor porpoises dominate the list, accounting for 2,676 strandings, 52%. Next come the pelagic dolphins, species that spend their lives far offshore, at 1,217 cases, 24%. Common dolphins add another 494, 10%, followed by baleen whales at 479 cases, 9%, and the mysterious deep divers, think pilot whales and beaked whales, at 281, 5%. At first glance, the annual counts look almost flat for the 1990s and early 2000s. Then, around 2010, something snapped. Strandings of common dolphins and baleen whales didn't just inch upward, they rocketed in an exponential curve that has scientists scrambling for explanations. And this is the part most people miss. The victims are getting younger. A disproportionate share of the recent strandings are juveniles, suggesting that the next generation is being hit hardest. If that trend continues, entire age classes could vanish, threatening long-term population stability. So what's driving the carnage? Researchers admit there's no single smoking gun. Instead, they point to a toxic cocktail of human pressures. Collapsing fish stocks force whales and dolphins to hunt closer to shore, where they tangle in fishing gear. Ocean noise, from military sonar to seismic surveys, disorients echolocating animals, sending them off course or even causing internal injuries. Warmer seas shift prey distributions, pushing species into unfamiliar, hazardous waters. Chemical pollutants and microplastics weaken immune systems, making animals more susceptible to disease and stress. Lead author Rachel Lennon, a PhD researcher at Glasgow, singles out one flashpoint. Fisheries interactions are recognized as a critical threat for marine mammals, especially for baleen whales in Scotland. Ironically, as whale numbers rebound from centuries of whaling, more animals are alive to encounter creel lines and trawl nets, an unintended consequence of conservation success. Long-term stranding programs, Lennon argues, are not morbid catalogs, they're early warning systems. Each carcass is a data point that can steer policy if we choose to listen. Yet some fishing industry voices counter that tighter regulations could cripple coastal economies. Who should bear the cost of coexistence? The study, published in Scientific Reports, https://articles/S41598-0251298-1, ends with a call to arms. Use these grim tallies to design smarter conservation strategies before entire populations tip past the point of no return. Now, over to you. Do you think stricter fishing gear rules are worth the economic hit if they save whales and dolphins? Or is there a better middle ground that protects both livelihoods and marine life? Drop your take and any local sightings or stories in the comments. Let's keep this conversation as alive as the oceans we're trying to save.